call the meeting to order.
Jones here.
Becker here. Bergen here.
Stacy.
Johnson here.
Alright, thank you. Has everyone had a chance to review the minutes of the meeting from, June 23rd at 6 p.m.?
Move to approve.
Well, I'd like to point out something, the motion that was made in the meeting for the terror vigilance. So the motion was, in the minutes, it was saying that, we're going to ask hearing owners to offer their votes for testing and seeking volunteers right along, which didn't really play it the same as, what was it, the actual motion. The actual motion was, Chris said, this motion would be to have you look into, develop a plan, get quotes, and then get back to the board for approval. I'll make that motion.
Well, I'll add mine to that, second of all that.
Second that. Oh, the other thing, I'm sorry, the other thing was that, John seconded that motion, I'm the third finish.
I'm not sure what the, can you just review what he said?
Yeah, so in the, so basically there's a motion that was on here that said, that was, made for the terror vigilance. Talking about the study and how this, we were talking about the study and whatnot. And then there was a motion made by Chris saying, when I actually watched the video back, it said this motion would be to have you look into this, develop a plan, get quotes, and then get back to the board for approval. I'll make that motion. And then, John second. Then we approve that.
The minutes say authorize Chairman Bergman to research and develop a plan for additional testing. It doesn't say to go forward with the additional plan, right?
No, I think that's,
We want to get the statement of work and understand.
I researched, went forward, developed a statement of work. Statement of work costs, $6,000. For additional testing. So, and schedule the additional testing as we're running out of time for the additional testing. So,
I don't know, that's why, I was surprised that it was actually additional testing, that's why I looked into it. I thought that was something that we were gonna approve, talk about getting approved it once we had all that information. That's why I looked back at it.
I just thought it was authorized to conduct the additional testing based on the conversation that was there, without further motion.
This discussion is on the minutes, right?
Yep.
So we want to make sure the minutes are correct and then approve the minutes and we can come back to the second issue.
Yeah.
Probably,
But, I mean, in the motion, we didn't say anything about the cost between 5,000 and 10,000. It was a discussion saying that it would probably cost around 5,000 and 10,000. Cause I would think that would be up in the actual, statement above it.
So I think from a minute standpoint, as long as the minutes are clear, we can obviously correct who seconded it. As long as the minutes are clear, it was an authorization to, do the additional testing. I think that's what Mr. Jones was trying to say, right?
But yeah, but I mean, you still wanna make it clear, correct?
As long as the minutes properly reflect that it's a plan, not an authorization, I think that would fix the minutes issue.
so how would you change the minutes?
Put the exact motion that was stated. Correct? So you make the motion, would the motion be exactly what was stated?
And what was it?
You, said, this motion would be to have you look into this, develop a plan, get quotes, and then get back to the board for approval. I'll make that motion.
So, the motion to approve with an amendment by Commissioner Jones, by Commissioner Stacy. So that's the motion on the floor. So we have a second. Now, there's discussion, which is fine, and then we call for a vote.
Going with Todd's verbiage though?
Yeah, you said you would adopt that,
Yep.
so that's my understanding of the motion on the floor.
Right, just what was the verbiage we went with? He just stated notes.
But Todd just read it.
Yeah,
You got it?
yes, word for word what you said.
What we have, this is it.
Sure. He said the motion would be to look into, and I wrote, look into develop a plan, get quotes, and get back for approval.
To the board for approval.
There's a motion and a second, is there any further discussion? All in favor of the motion?
Aye.
All opposed? How about a roll call vote? All in favor of the motion, Jones? Becker?
Aye.
Bergen? Nay?
So, the motion, are we approving the minutes as changed? Is that the?
That's the motion to approve the minutes as changed.
Yeah, I would say,
Yes.
Motion carries, the minutes are approved as changed.
okay.
Chairman's reports.
You skipped Val,
That was the motion.
huh? Did you say?
She said yes.
Yes. You did say, it, okay. Did you say anything?
She looked at me.
Okay, sorry.
Couple of things, news, Commissioner Becker informed me that he is resigning, from the Beulah Management District. I just want to thank you to Commissioner Becker for his many years of service, and the board will miss his experience, and perspective on police and on police issues. Happy that's what it's called, my neighbor. Thank you very much. Under section 5 of our bylaws, I would like to appoint a new commissioner. And I'd like to appoint John Russell as commissioner. John has 40 years of experience, being as a project engineer with W. O'Neill, ending as regional president of the Chicago, Illinois, and Austin, Texas office. John is a graduate, University of Illinois, at Urbana-Champaign, civil engineering alum of Northwestern's Kellogg Management Institute. Happy to have the opportunity to appoint someone with his qualifications to this group. I look forward to working with him. I believe that his appointment is subject to approval of this board per
discussion, or?
I'm sorry. Is there-
I guess when we appoint somebody, shouldn't we actually interview them? And maybe have a couple candidates? That's how we do it on the county committee, we're very, very transparent on it.
No, you've done it before.
Yeah, well, I don't agree with it, I think we need to be,
It's the discretion of the chairman.
I'm not arguing with you, I'm just telling you my perspective. I really feel that the committee should, and if it's just this gentleman, then we should all be able to interview him and have him come up with a questionnaire and fill it out, that's just how I feel. I really believe in transparency, I don't feel this is transparent.
I'm surprised that we're just hearing about this. That's not an agenda item, so, I don't know.
And I would, it's not on the agenda, so I have concern about filling it with board vote. I mean, it does fall within the purview of the board under, you know, its matters, but it's also a public hearing. And so I think when Mr. Beulah resigned, we put it on the agenda for approval. I believe that, that's all.
I don't know, do we, and I know we didn't do it when Mr. Oliver was on.
Oliver was on. It doesn't matter about the past, we wanna be clear about the future. I don't care about something happened 20 years ago. For me, sit up here, that we come up with a procedure, and we're right, bylaws allow it, and you get to appoint them, but I don't agree with it, the way that it is.
And just to be clear, it's chairman appoints, board approves by majority vote.
I guess I didn't think it was a. When Mr. Oliver resigned, that was my first appointment, and that's. I guess I made an appointment and it was approved, and there was no further action, so I didn't realize this was a deep issue.
We have a huge thing with surf boats, right? We need to be clear and transparent on everything we do. And it seems like we can't do that. When you walk in the meeting tonight, and, you know, and John served, he's done a great job. But we need to be transparent, we should know before this meeting. I have a real problem with it.
Bylaw needs to change. The bylaw is the same as the statute.
Well, I don't know if a change is needed, it's just, I think Mr. Stacy's speaking to the procedure of it. Right, so if John submitted his resignation, I don't know, I have not seen a resignation, but presuming you submit your resignation, I'm not sure when it's effective. You could very well make it effective after tonight's meeting. Chairman could appoint somebody, we put it on the agenda, and there's discussion. If the board wants to entertain a different procedure, they certainly can do so as well. You know, in terms of interviewing or talking.
I do think John would be an excellent candidate, but I can understand Rick's point, as it would be good to reach out and see what people are interested in, and do some interviewing, and then get it approved at the next meeting.
So there was a motion, are you withdrawing the motion?
Well, yes, I would withdraw my motion.
Motion has been withdrawn. We have, okay, there is no motion to approve. Is there a motion in favor of some sort of interviewing process?
We have to be careful about interview process because of the quorum requirements, right? So that's always the tricky thing.
We do it in public.
You can do it in public, yeah, so, I mean, it's certainly something that can be developed and done. At the end of the day, the chairman appoints, that's clear. So, regardless of what the process is, the chairman appoints, board approves.
The chairman is sitting with his appointment of Mr. Russell, and at the other commissioners' meetings, I think it would be a good idea to talk to Mr. Russell and to examine his qualifications, you know.
what we can do is put it on the next meeting's agenda,
I'm fine with that.
which would be apropos after the annual meeting.
Okay. Fair.
Well, we can,
I'm just gonna do whatever.
we can operate without one person, right?
Yeah, like I said, kind of a little off base here, so I don't know when the resignation's effective. I mean, that's John clearly within your purview, so. I don't know what has been submitted in writing, or if this is just a determination you made at your own, decision, so I leave it to you.
Alright, should we move on to continuing the chairman's reports? This is partly in response to an advertisement, but I do understand that Beulah is not stocking fish this year. I believe the management district has always contributed something to fish stocking, or annually contributed something to fish
Yes,
stocking.
we participated in fish stocking many times.
Is there interest?
Patrick?
Tom?
So in lieu of fish stocking, what we are doing is we're doing rehab, we're doing planting, we're working with grade school kids. So there is going to be a cost to that project. It's probably gonna cost us about $4,000 to do the entire thing. So a donation would still certainly be appreciated, but not required. We're still working out the details of what that all looks like. But there will be some activity that will be happening this fall, that will be a sponsored event of rehab, of habitat for fisheries.
Good, I vote. I think that sounds like, we should put it on hold and wait for more information on that.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Is there a fisherman in here, do we know what the timeline for fish stocking is?
Well, I know that, I mean, we already missed the deadline.
Yesterday, yeah.
So July first is when you need to apply for the permitting for stocking of fish. And, the DNR is well aware of what we're doing, and involved in what we're doing, and also the fisheries, location that we use for stocking fish. We've made them aware of what the plans are for this year, and that we would be taking a skip this year, but most likely be stocking next year.
Goose mitigation, moving on in the chairman's reports. The program was partly successful. The geese moved to the USDA a little late. There's a huge effort made by, Kim Rosemeyer, Mary Quirky, Tom, and Brian Fonz to locate those geese and to help out with the roundup. That took a tremendous amount of effort. I was with the USDA in the roundup truck moving around, and the others were on boats. That is a big operation. I would not do that again with just 2 boats, 4 people and myself. I would think an additional boat would be required. Kim was probably the expert on that, Kim Rosen. 29 pounds of goose meat were donated to a food pantry. Continuing, I attended a meeting with the Geneva Lake Environmental Association at their invitation. They are thinking of forming a lake district. Apparently Lake Geneva doesn't have one. Following that meeting, I had an informal discussion with the Okachi Lake Commissioner. Okachi recently became what is known as an impaired lake. I don't exactly, did look that up a little bit. I was surprised to know that they haven't really been monitoring their water quality, so they're a bit behind the curve in that respect. And good on us what's happening at the lake. Aquatic vegetation reports, the 2016, and I was with you wrong, there's 2016 and 2021 reports are also being posted up. Our aquatic vegetation, gentleman in charge has advised us that there's a bit of a problem with one of our maps, so, make sure that that's fixed for the next time around with our route.
Which was approved. Are we talking about?
We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We'll get there. So I was reviewing the website and I was reviewing it in the context of attending the Geneva Lake Environmental Association meeting, and they have a really nice website. Not that our website isn't nice, but I thought in the context of the dam discussion, we could have some updates to information on the dam and on the well. So I would, I think I need to work with John and Rick to make sure that at least John, Rick, and Stu, make sure we've got updated information on the dam and the well. And the last thing, email marketing, works for me, apparently. I received, I think enough of all of us might have received, maybe, an advertisement about a water quality monitoring buoy. It monitors real-time water quality, it uses cellular signal. It actually includes a lot of the information we get on, I think it is a twice-a-year basis, so we have a significant lag time with that information, just from the testing, and then, going to the lab, and coming back to us with results. So I think that might provide more timely results to the extent we have, what's the bad algae, blue green algae? Issue, that would help us, sort of trigger an alert in real time that might be useful to our boaters and swimmers. I think we need to follow up on accuracy of the instrumentation, durability, cost, effectiveness, and longevity. I don't think it makes sense that this thing lasts for a month, gets hit by a wave and it's closed. So, but I think we should probably follow up on that, just to see if it's worthwhile.
Bob is checking it out.
And Bob is checking it out, yeah. So, find out how much it costs, find out how good it is. Be wonderful, I think, to get a trial. I don't know if that's even possible.
What if it's all service-based?
But if you look at the other buoys,
That's why I'm thinking.
they're huge. They weigh, they're bigger than our, slow wave buoys, and they take, you have to go check them once a week. So this seemed like a better deal than that,
Well,
but,
that's cool.
I was trying to find what the comparable product was, if there was
Is
one.
there one? Not really.
What,
There isn't really one?
I'm not sure we want something that size on the
No.
lake.
Oh, I'm saying, is there a comparable one to that one?
There's gotta be something out there. If
Yeah.
there's one out there, there's gotta be something else out there. That is all I have for the president's report. Any questions?
The goose mitigation.
Yes.
Is there a grant opportunity with that?
I don't know.
Was there in the past with, PLD?
No.
No?
No, what the residents paying for that?
Yes.
How do you determine which resident pays?
They have to sign up, I believe.
Yep.
But they sign up, you still get the benefit, is that right?
We have, but you get a bill.
Who gets the bill?
We pay for it.
Upfront. So we are, the residents already, it's up to their discretion, if they don't wanna pay, they don't pay, but they still get the benefit.
But in this case, it makes sense for the management district, as a taxing authority, everyone
Well,
So the reason we did that is because there was a controversy of whether we do this or not. And there were paying members who did not wanna see the geese removed from the lake. So we as an organization said that we would not fund it through dollars that came in through dues. So we would only do the program if it was supported by people on the lake as an additional expense, for those people that supported it. And we had more than enough people that supported it and provided money that we were able to pay for it without a dime coming from Protect Lake Beulah. That was the only reason it was done that way. I agree with the statement that was made. The management district is a tax-funded organization, and it totally makes sense for you guys to be funding it from this point forward.
Except for those people that don't want it, still pay for it then.
They
For your method, that they didn't.
They also typically vote on board members, that's what the board's for.
When
So they typically